What's going on, guys? It's your boy, the Boxing Lowdown, and I'm back here with another video. Now, as always, people don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Feel free to drop a comment if you like, and I'll happily get back to you now. News broke over the last couple of days. It's not breaking news, so I'm sure many of you lot would have already seen this by now. But Mike Coppinger, a respected journalist over there at ESPN, tends to report on a lot of the breaking news in boxing, has tweeted from his account and wrote an article stating that Anthony Joshua will now be working with Robert Garcia ahead of his rematch with Alexander Usyk, which is, well, we were told that it was going to be July, but now we're hearing that it could be pushed back to August. I'm really not sure what the holdup is there, but yeah, either way, it's looking like that Robert Garcia will be the head trainer for AJ after months and months of speculation as to who his new trainer would be. We were told probably about a month or two ago that he was going to stick with his current trainer that he had, not Robert McCracken, but I believe it was Hernandez. And now it's looking like it's going to be Robert Garcia. Still nothing confirmed on AJ's part. We haven't seen AJ officially come out and say that Robert Garcia will be his new trainer. Maybe that will be something that will be done when this rematch is officially announced. Maybe he might, confirm it then. But Mike Coppinger is, he tends to, get the new breaking news, and he tends to be able to break these sort of stories. However, is it actually a fact though? Because I saw floating around on Twitter today. Let me go to the article. This is coming from Mikey Garcia's Instagram Live, and he was asked a question, I believe, about Robert Garcia training AJ, and he basically said that that's not the case. Like, he said it's just rumors. He didn't confirm it really, so I don't know what's happening here, whether that is the case or not. But since then, I have gone on to Richard Riakpor's Instagram. I think it was his Instagram story, and he's there with Robert Garcia. So maybe Mikey Garcia, I'm guessing, is just holding back until it's officially announced. Maybe, Mike Coppinger wouldn't have just plucked this out of thin air. However, he has got sources wrong before. So, yeah, it's looking like that it is true. I'm seeing news articles everywhere, but nothing officially confirmed yet from AJ's behalf. So I guess we should wait until that comes out before, it is actually official. But yeah, I just found that interesting seeing that on Twitter today with Mikey Garcia, who is, of course, the younger brother of Robert Garcia, basically saying, they're just rumors. So I don't know what's going on here. And, the whole AJ situation, man, with this rematch is starting to get a bit tired. I don't know about you guys, but we've been waiting for how long for this to be officially announced. I saw Eddie Hearn's interview on IFL the other day, stating that they're expecting an announcement soon. Where have we heard all of this before? With the Fury fight, for example, we were hearing one more week for literally like 6, 7, 8 weeks straight. Do you know what I mean? So it's starting to wear thin on a lot of boxing fans, and myself included. We just want something to look forward to. However, I do get the feeling that something will be announced soon if AJ is to fight twice this year, as Eddie Hearn is suggesting. So we do know that it's looking like it's going to be July, August now in the Middle East. So that's probably going to be Saudi Arabia. That's where this rematch is going to happen. So, until we get an official announcement, then I suppose we'll wait and see. If Robert Garcia is the trainer of AJ, how does that match him up against Usyk in the rematch? It's an interesting appointment. Robert Garcia, first of all, is, he's a well-renowned trainer. He's won Trainer of the Year. He was a pretty decent fighter as well, man. Former world champion, trained a host of names, including his brother, who is, of course, a 4-division champion. Let's put some respect on his name. But he also trained fighters like Fernando Vargas, who's been one of my favorite fighters growing up. I used to love watching Fernando Vargas. Also trained Marcos Maidana we saw what Marcos Maidana did to Adrian Broner, and we also saw, how hard he pushed Floyd in those two fights. So Robert Garcia, he is a Mexican-American, I believe. And, there is the talk about, the Mexican style and whether AJ will be able to implement that in the rematch against Usyk. I'm not saying that that's going to be the way to beat him, because that might just open up more holes for Usyk to exploit. But he may be the one to get AJ to be a bit more aggressive, because that's what we were all talking about. We were all saying that AJ needs to be a bit more aggressive in that first Usyk fight. And Robert Garcia is the kind of guy that will, employ AJ to do that. He does handle a lot of aggressive boxers, and you know, he does it in a measured way. So it's not just, you know, a method of madness where they're just throwing hands and there's nothing towards it. I mean, they do come behind the jab. Robert Garcia does know how to train fighters that way. So interesting appointment. I'm interested to see how it works. If it is actually official, I'll wait and see until AJ actually announces it, or Eddie Hearn or 258. But yeah, on the surface, it looks like that Robert Garcia is going to be the one that will be in AJ's corner for this rematch against Alexander Usyk, and we'll see how it goes. You know, I've still got Usyk as the favorite in the rematch. I don't know if it will be as, you know, I think the first fight was like 9 rounds to 3. Maybe AJ will give it more of. I think he will. I don't know if Usyk will be as dominant, but it'll be interesting. We just need to get this announcement. We just need to get this hurry up and announced. Do you know what I mean? Because, like I said, it's starting to wear thin on a lot of people now. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section. I know your thoughts about Robert Garcia, if he is indeed the actual appointment for AJ. How does this work with him in the rematch against Usyk and going forward? Do you know what I mean? Like, is this going to be a long-term thing? Is it just a fight-by-fight basis? I'm sure we'll get, you know, those sort of details in due course. But let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section anyway below, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.